completed 35 rows of net stitch. Now it's time to work one double crochet row. One double crochet on the very first stitch, one double crochet in the next, one double crochet under the chain, one double crochet on the stitch. So continue, complete and get back. So you need to place the same number of DCs as you started with here. So ensure that the DCs that you complete in the last row the same number as the first row of the side panel. Complete and get back. So we began with 93 double crochets. So I ended with 93 double crochets and I will fasten this off. Now it's time to work on the other side. So turn, slip stitch and join to the very first stitch over here. You may chain 3 and begin, else pull up the loop to the height of a double crochet, make the first standing twisted double and place one double each on each of the stitches so that the total count is 93. This is a little dicey to pick up, doesn't matter. Yeah. So continue placing the double crochet row. Once you've completed the double crochet row, work 35 rows of net stitch as you have worked on the first side here. Okay, complete the first double crochet row, the 35 net stitch rows and the last DC rows, fasten off and get back. I shall also complete to that extent and get back to you for further working on the top. I have completed the net stitch on the other side also. So this is the back side. This is on one side. This is the other side. So the last row of both the back sides are DC rows, and over these DC rows we are going to make loops for the cord to be inserted. Okay, and before that we have few other things to do. So this is the last DC I have made here. Do not fasten off. Now we are going to make a single crochet row all around. So we begin from here. We make a single crochet row from this end all around, from here to this end, and when we come here we are going to make small loops. On either side we have to make, first on this side, and then we make a single crochet row on the bottom edge, go around, come back here and make loops and end at this point. And there also we are not going to end, we are going to further work. So to begin with, let us make the single crochet row. So chain 1 or pull up the loop to the height of a single crochet, place a single crochet here. So this is not really a single crochet, so let's make one loop. This is not counted as a stitch, just to gain the height I have done it. So 1 and 2, So every DC or chain 3 that we did on the sides, we are going to place 2 single crochets. So we've already done 2 here. We began with 2 in the very first row. So 2 single crochets each over the DCs sideways. So we are working the top now. You should place your work like this, the granny stitch facing upwards. So continue placing single crochet all around. So when I place my last 2 single crochets at this edge, completing from one end of the back to the other end, I shall meet you there. I shall complete up to that and get back to you. So as I told you, I have completed the SC row. So in the sides of the back panel, we have the DCs in the horizontal position, DC or 3 chains in the horizontal position. There we did 2 single crochets, and on the DC row also we have a side DC or 3 chains, so we did 2 single crochets. And then in the front on top, we had already done a row of single crochet, so we place 1 single crochet each on each of them. And then again on the other side of the back panel, we have placed 2 single crochets till the end here. So when we come to this end, ideally we need to turn, so simply make a chain which is not counted at all and place your first single crochet on the first double crochet here. And then chain 3. Skip 3 DCs, 1, 2, 3, place a single crochet in the 4th. Again chain 3, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, place a single crochet on the 4th. So every 4th DC you are going to place a single crochet, and these single crochets are separated by 3 chains. So continue, I shall meet you at the end of this back panel, back side panel. So I have finished placing the chain 3, skip 3, place a single crochet, the loops, 3 chain loops on the side, on one side of the back panel, first back panel. I have 23 loops, and then we need to turn our work. So chain 1 and turn. This chain 1 is not counted as a stitch. Place 2 single crochets under every row in the flat, that is in the side panel. This is the bottom side of your top. So you can see the granny stitch facing the top here, and this is the bottom side we are working. So as we did on the top side, we are going to place 2 single crochet each in each of the rows over the DC or chain 3. And when we come to the front panel here, we have already made the single crochet, so we are going to place 1 single crochet each on each of them. Again continue placing 2 single crochets for every row of the network that we did, or the fillet work we did. And when we come here again, place 2 DCs, chain 1, and place the loops and complete your last loop at the point where we began our very first single crochet here on this DC. So when I complete these loops, I shall meet you at this end of the top. We have placed the single crochets on the top side, and then we have placed the loops on the back side, back opening on one side. So we will ideally get 23 or 22 loops, 23 loops for my number of stitches. And then we have placed 1 single crochet in the bottom side too, So henceforth we will not be working in the bottom part, and again we have placed the loops on the other back opening, other side of the back opening, and we have reached the place we began our stitches. Now we are going to work one double crochet each on each of the single crochets that we did all across on the top, only on the top side. So we will not be working on any other side, not on the openings or the bottom of the drop top. Okay, so place one double. Yeah, I finished my stitch here, last single crochet at this point. Now chain one, this is not counted as any stitch. Slip stitch and join. You may chain 3 and begin. Chain 3 is considered as the first DC, or like me, you can twist and make a double. And place one double each on each of the single crochets, only on the top side. You will ideally have 200 doubles. So we need 200 double crochets on the top. Complete one row of double crochet, the second row of double crochet, and the third row of double crochet. We will be working back and forth. We will not be working in the round here. So complete that. Complete 3 rows of double crochets on the top side of the drop top that we are working. Complete that and get back. I shall also complete the 3 rows of double crochets and get back. Each row should have 200 stitches. Completed 3 rows of double crochets, and as per the stitch count I have taken for the granny stitch and the number of rows that I worked for this pattern, 35 on each side, totally I get here 200 double crochets on top. Okay, and that is sufficient multiple of 8 for the shell pattern that we are going to work later as the collar or the front drop, you can say. Now for 4th row, either chain 3 or make a standing twisted double. This row is little different. Chain 1, place one double crochet between the 2 doubles. Chain 1, place one double crochet between the next 2 doubles. So you may go in this manner, you may work this in this manner, else you can work DC, chain 1, DC next, DC, chain 1 this way also. DC, chain 1, DC on the, it won't make much difference. But I felt working in between the stitches may give a little ease. Chain 1. So totally this also should be 200 in number, 200 double crochets. So complete this row, DC, chain 1, DC in between the 2 DCs of the previous row. Complete this row and get back. I shall also complete and get back. I've completed the double crochet row. Each double crochet is separated by a chain 1 space, so that it gives us ease for the next set of shell pattern, which will drop over the top in front. Okay, it's going to be like this. We're going to work this part of the drop shoulder top. To work this pattern, we ideally require multiples of 8 stitches. So let's begin the first row of the drop pattern, drop shell pattern. Either chain 3 or make a standing double crochet in the very first stitch here. Chain 1. When you begin, skip the next one. and place a single crochet between the 2 double crochets under the chain. Chain 3, skip 2, 1 single crochet in the next. Chain 3. Alternatively, you can place a half double 2. It won't make much difference. Skip 2, a single crochet. Now chain 5. Skip 2 and a single crochet. Chain 3. Skip 2, single crochet. Chain 3. Skip 2, a single crochet under the chain. Chain 3. Skip 2, a single crochet under the chain. Now chain 5. Skip 2, a single crochet under the chain. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So between these 8 double crochets we are working 3 sets of 3 chain spaces and 1 chain 5 space, actually loops. So continue this pattern, you will be ending up with 3 sets of 3 chain loops the other end. Continue, complete and get back. End of this loop row, I have chained 1 and I'm going to place a double crochet on top of the last DC here so that I get a straight edge. We have brought it to the center. Chain 1, place a single crochet, turn your work. Chain 3, single crochet in the next loop. Chain 3, single crochet in the next loop. Now place 7 double crochets under the chain 5 space. Five, 6 and 7. Now place a single crochet in the next loop. Chain 3, single crochet in the next loop. Chain 3, single crochet in the next loop. Now over the chain 5 place 7 double crochets. So continue the stitch pattern till the end of the row. I shall complete and get back. I shall work one more time. So we have placed the chain 3 single crochet in the loops. Now it's time for us to work 7 DCs in the 5 chain loop. So we are not making any extra chains while going from this loop to the next loop. Straight away we are going to make 7 double crochets in over the chain 5 loop. Now straight away make a single crochet in the next loop, having made the 7 doubles here. So only then the fan like structure will spread. Again chain 3 single crochet, chain 3 single crochet, then 7 DCs in next chain 5 loop. Continue the stitch pattern till the end of the row. I shall complete and get back.